It's a Football Daft podcast with Ian and Grado, and we're bringing back a little feature by popular demand. It's entitled Who Are You? With a very special guest, and then we blindfold Grado and he needs to try and identify who our mystery guest is. And today it's a man that Grado's obsessed by, that he loves and adores. Forget Martin Tyler, forget Clive Tildesley, forget Motti. It's the cream of the cream when it comes to football commentators. This is the premiership of football commentators. It's the one and only Ian Crocker. Hello, Ian Crocker.
Blimey, what an introduction. You and the checks in the post. Thanks for that. Cheers.
But you are the voice of Scottish football and Sky Sports. I mean, you can't watch a game without hearing your voice.
No, I did my first one 21 years ago now. So, and that was my 61st Old Firm game on Sunday. So I'm feeling a bit old.
Jeez. Do you remember your first game?
Yeah. Yeah, the first Old Firm game I did was a 0-0 draw, funnily enough, at Ibrox in 98. Remember Charbonnier saving from Larson, and that's about all I remember. But yeah, each and every one of them have been pretty good fun along the way, one way or another.
And your first ever game in Scottish football on Sky Sports, what was it?
It was Hearts beating Rangers 2-1 in 98 as well.
Is that the cup final?
In the cup, no, after the cup final, it was the first league game of the following season.
Right, brilliant.
Although I had done Aberdeen against Dunfermline in the playoffs for Grampian TV a few years earlier. So, yeah, but it's certainly been a long association with Scottish football.
Now, I know that you're aware of Grado, and I know that you know that he absolutely adores you. He loves you. He's obsessed by you, and he continually does impressions of you on this show. Have you met Grado before?
Yeah, I met him at, I think it was maybe the PFA Awards. It was some awards ceremony at the end of last season, and I did meet him on the way to the gents, and we actually shared, well, he did his impression, and then I did a bit as well into his phone, but I think he'd had a few at the time, so I don't think that video's ever surfaced, whereas I was perfectly sober, of course.
Very professional as always, Ian. What did you think of Grado's impersonation of you?
It's actually pretty good, I have to say. A few people have sent it on to me or pointed it out, and yeah, I mean, I gave it an It's Derby Day in Glasgow on Sunday, and I was thinking of his impression as even I said it, so that's how good it is.
So what we're going to do, he's outside the studio just now. What we're going to do, we're going to bring him in here. We're going to blindfold him, and he needs to try and identify who you are. Now, the problem that we've got, you've got such a well-recognised voice that I think he might get you within a few seconds. I don't know if you could disguise your voice in a way, maybe try and sound like a Motti or a Clive Tildesley, or maybe try and sound Scottish. I don't know what you need to do.
I'm not that good at impressions, but I'll... maybe I'll do a bit of Dow English. Who knows?
Yeah, do that. Do something. But let's just try and stretch the game out as far as possible so that he struggles to guess who you are, because I know as soon as he knows you're on the phone, he will go absolutely crazy. He'll be so happy.
Got a feeling it won't take him long, but hey.
All right, well, let's do it. So we're going to get Grado into the studio now, and let's play Who Are You? So it's the Football Daft podcast with Ian and Grado. The feature's back by popular demand. It's Who Are You? And our guest is on FaceTime today, Grado. They're not in the studio with us. They're an international guest. They are not in this country. They're not in this country. They're somewhere else. And they're looking at you right now via FaceTime. So I know you can't touch them. You can't smell them to identify what sex they are, which we normally do. So, Grado, over to you to ask some questions of our very special guest.
Where are you fair?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, he sounds like a politician or something. Say that again. Is it? Would you call him Jonathan Rhys-Mogg? Is it him?
Jonathan Rhys-Mogg?
What do you call that guy? The cunt with the specs?
I think that's Jacob, but it's not him.
All right. Right, okay.
It's not Jacob Rees-Mogg, but you're close.
Right, okay. It's close to just...
That's a pretty awful guess as well.
I know who it is already! I get who it is already! I'm no fucking dumb! 150 years of historical rivalry about to be packed into the next 90 manic minutes. It's Derby Day in Glasgow. It's the Old Firm, ever boring. It's next! Ian Crocker. That is the quickest Who Are You I've ever done.
Who is that?
I knew it wouldn't take you long, Grado.
Ian Crocker.
I knew it wouldn't take you long, but you can still keep your blindfold on if you like.
I'm just thinking I can do this off. How, well, you're not sitting there on the scud, are you? I hope you are. Hold on.
There you go.
Well,
that didn't last long.
No, that did not last long at all. That is funny. Oh, it's good to see you.
And you, fella.
Well, I'm up and I'm done. As I say.
What happened to that video that we did at I think it was the PFA Awards when we met by the bar?
I know, I've not actually released it yet. No, it doesn't matter. But see how here, what did you say that? Can you do me a favour, right? Can you do me doing you? Do you know what I mean?
What? It's Derby Day in Glasgow!
I did. So say 150 years. Go do it for me. I'd love if you could do it, please.
150 years of history. It's Derby Day in Glasgow. It's not quite as good as yours, Grado.
No, it's no. So see how, I need to ask you, so see how the likes of Sunday, do you prepare a script or does somebody produce you and do they give you that?
No, it's all down to me. That was the 61st Old Firm I've done, so I need a few new lines. Maybe you can help me on that. But
no,
yeah, it's just such a great occasion that you can never be short of a line or two. Hopefully,
no. And I take it Sunday. Obviously, there was 2 goals, 2 bitterly disappointing goals.
yeah.
And here's my thing.
No, hold on. No,
on.
sorry, I keep doing that to you. But do you know what? Do you know my favourite one of yours is?
Would it be Henrik Larsson's?
No,
the lob.
That's out there. No, I think it was a 4-2 game, and the ball came out to Pedro Mendes.
I know. I was winding you up. That was some strike from Pedro Mendes. One of my favourite goals in the Glasgow derbies for sure.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely loved when.
Was that the one from the corner?
Yeah, I think it was. Was it no?
Yeah, Charlie Adams' corner. I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely blasting it in.
Yeah, in the near post. I remember that goal.
Yeah.
Ian, I've worked in Scottish football for a number of years, and Grado's clearly a Rangers fan, and you've worked in Scottish football for 20 plus years, as you told me earlier. You can't win in Scotland. You're either a Rangers man or a Celtic man, no matter what you say or how you report it or how you commentate.
Aye.
You can't win, can you?
No, you can't. But I come from a sleepy little village in Dorset originally on the south coast. There weren't many Rangers or Celtic fans living down there at the time. And, for me, it was Weymouth, where I lived, my hometown non-league team, and then West Ham when I was growing up. So I keep telling everybody that I am possibly the only neutral person in Glasgow on Derby Day, but nobody believes me. So
No, I bet you they don't.
You kind of get used to it.
No,
it goes with the territory.
It's the same as you kind of get. He gets pestered every week. You're a Rangers fan. You're a Rangers fan. I was with him last week. The last minute goal, Pedro Morelos, Alfredo Morelos, his last minute header. He was the only person in the stand to be sitting in his arse. Do you know what I mean? And that shows. That definitely confirms.
I'm going to ask,
I mean,
do you sometimes have to think twice before you say something because you fear being classed as biased or a fan of a particular team? Do you have to kind of overthink things?
Not really. I think your professionalism kind of takes over, and all we're trying to do is call it as it is and also add a bit to the occasion with a few lines here and there. So, no, I can honestly say I never think of that. I get a lot of grief sometimes for calling it the Old Firm from people who say I shouldn't call it that, but it'll always be the Old Firm to me, and the Glasgow Derby, and both is what I use. Out
of the 61 Old Firm games that you've commentated on, what's the best game that you've watched on?
Watched here, didn't he?
I always sit on the fence for this as well, so I like to pick 2. The 6-2 game for Celtic, Martin O'Neill's first one in charge, which was completely bonkers. 3-0 Celtic after 11 minutes, and
that was a horrible
it was
day.
3-1 at half-time, but should have been 3-2. Rangers had a goal disallowed. Henrik Larsson's chip and all that. And the other one was the 2002 Cup final, when Lovenkrands
free
in
kick.
injury time to score the winner. And there's a one-off occasion that was pretty special.
Was that the header at the end of the game?
Yeah, Neil McCann's cross. I remember saying as he put the cross in, is there going to be a twist in the tail? And there was. And it all kind
Is
of
there going to be a twist in the tail?
Yeah, that's the one. Worked out quite well for me at Rangers, but made up for the 100 times I've said, is there going to be a twist in the tail, and nothing actually happens.
So see when you do that and it actually happens there and then, are you punching the air in celebration at what you've just predicted, kinda?
No, a lot of the time you don't. A lot of the time you kind of caught up in it and you don't think about it. But when I watched it back, I thought, yeah, to be honest, I was happy with that, the way you call it and everything. Similar thing happened with the Hibs winning goal in the cup final against Rangers in 2016, where when they've waited 114 years to win the trophy, you had to come up with a decent line. So that's all part of the game, part of what we do.
Crocker, what about your favourite kind of tag team partner in the commentary booth? Do you have a specific favourite that you like to have there by your side?
I'm a big fan of everyone I've worked with pretty much along the way. In Scotland, it's been Davy Provin and Andy Walker, and we both all get on famously. In England, I've worked with many also, Andy Hinchcliffe and Chris Kamara back in the day doing Football League. So you have to have a good relationship with these guys. And,
do you ever fall out?
Thankfully, we have.
Do you ever fall out?
Not really, no, to be honest. No, we have a good time.
Have you ever?
And I'd like to say that we did. Be a better story. Generally, we all get on really well.
Have you ever been sitting there at a game and you've been bussing for a shite?
Not necessarily that, but yeah, a few gantries are certainly short of toilets, so there's been a few close saves. But
I bet you.
Thankfully, no great dramas on that front.
Something you don't think about. Do you know what I mean? You could really be bussing for a pee or you know what I mean, and it's something.
Trust you to think of it, but generally on when you do a game, I don't actually drink much before the game for that very reason. So it is something you think of, but not as deeply as you obviously have.
No, well, as a person that suffers from IBS, it's something that does have to cross. You know what I'm
saying? I've got a lot of time for Davy Provin. I kind of miss Davy. He doesn't do that much in the co-commentary now, does he, Ian?
He does quite a bit of Premier League, actually. He's gone on big time. See, he does quite a few Premier League games. And he is with me for the 2 Scotland matches this weekend.
Oh, is Davy Provin doing the co-commentary for the Russia game?
Yeah, Russia and the Belgium game, yep.
Are you sick and tired of mentioning 1998?
Yes, which is funny enough when I started commentating on Scotland. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that they haven't been to a major tournament, but I would love to see them qualify for one. And I think they've got a good guy in charge now, so hopefully it'll happen soon because there's been so many nearly but not quite stories. We're all fed up of hearing about it, and of course.
Do you think we've got a chance this time around, Ian? I mean, I know
we have got a chance.
Yeah, I think we've got a wee chance. Forget the Kazakhstan result, which I think that was a blip, but I think we can get them back on track if we could beat Russia on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely need something off Russia. Belgium, I mean, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? If you get anything out of the game, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
But looking at the rest of the group, Steve Clark in there now, I think we have better players sometimes than we give them credit for. And I just hope that they are able to make it to Euro 2020. And of course, they have got a guaranteed playoff, which might be against Finland.
That's right, yeah.
For starters. So you never know. It'll be a story one way or the other. And you'd get an adventure with Scotland one way or the other.
And you'd get a tidy payday, wouldn't you? Getting to go to the Euros or something like that. That's out some money in your pocket. That's out some money. That's another couple of shekels.
I mean, the 98 World Cup in France, I mean, be good for the Tartan Army as well, and for the tournaments to get them back. Be good for the bars as well. If they were
think
back
of the money. Think of the money you could make,
So you think with Scotland have got a good chance of getting to the to the Euros? Who's winning the league in Scotland?
Who's winning the league in Scotland? I think Celtic proved on Sunday that they're still the team to beat, but I do honestly think we'll have a decent title race this year. Rangers are a bit disappointing to me on Sunday. I expected a bit more of them, and I'm sure they did it themselves. Mm-hmm. But Celtic also with, I think, Lenny and Scott Brown showed that they know everything there is to know about that fixture and basically did a proper job on Sunday. But correct. I think we'll have a title race, but you know, based on recent years, you have to say, and I think they do often prove it in those big games that Celtic are once again the team to beat.
Well, this is you telling a guy who, Ian, by the way, Ewan sat here last week and said, I wouldn't play Scott Brown. I wouldn't play Scott Brown this weekend. That's you and Cameron there, your football encyclopedic fucking guru.
We'll have opinions and we get them wrong from time to time. I get the feeling, Ian, unfortunately for Scottish football, we're going back to where we were 20 years ago. Rangers and Celtic, ding-dong battle and leaving everyone else behind. And I think that the Old Firm games, like previous years, will decide the title this year.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much nailed on, and that's why Rangers must be gutted at losing the first one, especially at home as well. You know, everyone was giving them a big chance to win it. Wasn't really quite sure about Celtic being made underdogs because they've proved time and again on Derby Day.
Derby Day,
that they know what they're doing. So, but I do think Rangers are getting closer to them. There must just be regretting a few things about the way they went about Sunday's game.
Before we go, Ian, can you do me a wee favour? Could you sign off in your brilliant commentary style, please?
You've been listening to Football Daft with Ewan Cameron and Grado. Take care of yourself. See you soon. How was that?
That's my new text ringtone.
Cheers, Ian. Lovely talking to you.
You're the man, man.
Enjoyed it, fellas.
Cheers, bud. All the best, mate.